Pastor De-Graft here. Thank you all so much for connecting with us once again. This is Arise 777. Now, Arise 777 believes that every individual created and placed upon this earth can arise to his maximum potential when he pays particular attention to 5 key areas in his life. Okay, what are these 5 keys? First of all, you pay attention to your attitude. 2, attention to relationship. 3, pay attention to integrity. 4, pay attention to security or spirituality if you're a person of faith. All right. And then finally, pay attention to excellence. Now, we began by looking at attitude, but this particular season all through this COVID, we've been looking at relationship. How do we build relationship? And now leadership, it has to do with relationship. Okay, even though it is multifaceted, but one key component of becoming an effective and efficient leader is making sure that your people skills is excellent. And I trust that we've been of a blessing. So what have we been doing? Just to draw attention to the fact that we've been focusing on John Maxwell's book entitled Leadership or Relationship 101. I mean, it's a 101 series, so there are many of them. The relationship, leadership, attitude 101. So anywhere you can find access to it, please possess it, buy it, and then use it. But what we've been focusing on is relationship 101. So we began by looking at relationship 101 has 3 key parts. Okay, so the first part is the nature of relationships, and we looked at why are relationships important to success. That was the first question we tried to answer. And then the second question under that is, what do I need to know about others? You see, what do you need to know about others? And you can find all these things out when you go to my YouTube channel or Facebook page, Issac Takyi De-Graft, and then you can play the previous recordings. Okay, and then part 2 of relationship 101 deals with the building blocks of relationships, and under that John Maxwell reveals 3 key questions. First of all, how can I encourage others? These are building blocks. Encouragement. You have to be a person of encouragement, encouraging yourself, encouraging others, because you know what, we live in challenging and difficult times. And then secondly, the second question under that is, how can I connect with people? Okay, how can I connect with people? How do I become relatable? In other words, relate with people very well so as to enable us achieve the goal that we've set ourselves to. And then the third question under the building blocks of relationship is, how can I become a better listener? And so we looked at, listening as a skill. So encouragement as a skill, connection as a skill, and then listening as a skill. I hope and trust that you go back, look at the previous recordings, and then please listen to them. Now, we are looking at the third part of relationship 101, and that has to do with the growth of relationships. Okay, the growth of relationship. So in looking at growth of relationship, the first question there is, how can I build trust with others? As you grow, you have to ask yourself, there are 3 questions there. The first one is, how can I build trust with others? The second question under the growth of relationship is, what is my most important relationship? Okay, what is my most important relationship? Okay, write down any question, any answer that comes into your mind. What do you think is your most important relationship? How can I build trust with others? So how do you build trust with others? And then the final question we are going to look at under the part 3 of the growth of relationship is, how can I serve and lead people at the same time? So how can I serve and lead people at the same time? You know what? Leadership is service. So Jesus taught us of servant leadership. They have so many people who looks into that. So for this segment, we will do our best to look at, how can I build trust with others? So how can I build trust with others? Let's begin with a quote, as we always do. John Maxwell likes quotes as well. So how can I build trust with others? And this is the first question that has to do with the building blocks of relationship. So the quote is, when your words and your actions match, people know they can trust you. Now, when your words and actions match, people know that they can trust you. Now think about that. Does your words and your actions match? All right. Now look at it carefully. In his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey was one of my mentors from afar, and any book by him is good. So please look for his books and read them. Okay, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is very significant. He wrote on the importance of integrity to a person's success. Okay, so let's pick up a few of what he said. Are you okay? Good. Now, if I try to use human influence strategies and tactics of how to get other people to do what I want, to work better, or to be more motivated, to like me and each other, while my character is fundamentally flawed, marked by duplicity or insincerity, then in the long run, I cannot be successful. Very important. Now he's trying to say your words must match with your deeds or your actions. Okay, so if your words are not matching with your actions, please watch it out. So what are we doing currently? What we are doing is that we are looking at how integrity and character plays a role in our success. Now, I know that by now, you know that success is not just acquiring things, okay? But it is fulfilling your destiny or moving even beyond success to become a person of significance. Because when you become successful, you have just gathered things or made things for yourself. Okay, but if you move to the level of significance, it is you looking at how many people have benefited or have become better people or made a difference in their lives because of you. Okay, so look at it carefully. He says, if I try to use human influence, strategies, and tactics of how to get other people to do what I want, to work better, to be more motivated, to like me, and then like each other, while my character is fundamentally flawed, marked by duplicity or insincerity, then in the long run, it's not now, in the long run, I cannot be successful. So watch it. Watch it is your character. So my duplicity will breed distrust. And everything I do, even using the so-called good human relations techniques, will be perceived as manipulative. It will perceive as manipulative. So you have to watch it. Does your character match with your actions? And that will be tested, proven over time. Now, listen very carefully. It simply makes no difference how good the rhetoric is. It doesn't make any difference how rhetorical you are, how influential, or how communicable you are, okay? Or how do I even put it? Okay, how effective you are in your communication. Look at it. It simply makes no difference how good the rhetoric is or even how good the intentions are. You know how you can have very good intention and yet not have it supported by a good character. Now, if there is little or no trust, there is no foundation or permanent success. So what we are looking forward to, which is causal to look at the whole idea of relationship, is to make sure that if we are succeeding, we are not just succeeding temporarily, but we are succeeding over the long haul. You see, succeed over the long haul. Now, someone has said, your aptitude and your intelligent quotient may get you the degree to get you the job, okay, or get you the position. But that which is going to keep you at the position and make you effective is your character, okay? Your charisma will give you the position, but it will take your character to keep you there, not just for a season, but for a long haul, and then enable you to make a difference. So look at it carefully. Only basic goodness gives life to technique. Only basic goodness gives life to technique. So it's very important for us to know what we are talking about. So that's what we mean. So what are we looking at? First of all, we are looking at integrity is about the small things. Okay, so if this is what Covey had to say about trust, and trust having its building block, its foundation as integrity, then what is integrity? How do we really work our minds and hearts around integrity? So first of all, we want you to understand that integrity is about the small things. And then second thing we'll touch on is that integrity is an inside job. Because we are building character, we are building trust, okay? We'll look at that, and then we'll look at the fact that integrity is not to be confused with reputation. Okay, integrity is not to be confused with reputation. Right, so there are many things we need to do, but for this first segment, we'll look at those ones. Are you ready? Okay, so integrity. What is integrity? Integrity is about the small things, John Maxwell will say. So integrity is important to building relationships, and it is the foundation upon which many other qualities for success are built. Integrity, okay, is the foundation upon which many other qualities for success are built. Such as, what are some of those other qualities? Maybe you can list some of them. No, respect, dignity, and trust. So we are looking at integrity. Now, if the foundation of integrity is weak, fundamentally flawed, okay, if the foundation of integrity is weak or it is fundamentally flawed, then success becomes impossible. Success becomes impossible according to John Maxwell. And according to research, you see, let me repeat that, it's very important. If the foundation of integrity is weak or fundamentally flawed, then success becomes impossible. That's the reason why you have to spend time, make sure that you become a better person, a good person. And when I talk about good person, it's not just like doing good, but I mean maintaining integrity, letting your words match with your actions. Okay, your yea is yea and your nay is nay. And when you give your promise, you keep it. Okay, so it's very important for us to take note of that. Now, if the foundation of integrity is weak or fundamentally flawed, then success becomes impossible. So my friend, my listener, great audience, now Arise is there to help you to rise your maximum potential, and we believe that you can do it. Pay attention to integrity. Okay, integrity is to integrate, integration. Those of you who did a little bit of advanced or advanced mathematics, you know of integration. So you integrate it. So your words is the same as your action, no differences. Okay, so very important. Now, as the author and friend Cheryl Biel points out, I quote, one of the realities of life is that if you can't trust a person at all points, I like this one, you can't truly trust him or her at any point, unquote. If you cannot trust a person at all points, you can't truly trust him or her at all at any point. So you have to watch it. You either trust the person or you don't trust him at all. You either become trustworthy or you just let people, make their decisions about you. But for us to excel and become all that God wants us or He's created us to be, one of the key things we need to do is to become people, men and women of integrity, where our yea is yea and our nay is nay. So listen very carefully. One of the realities of life is that if you can't trust a person at all points, you can't truly trust him or her at any point, unquote. Now, even people who are able to hide their lack of integrity for a period of time will eventually experience failure, and their relationship will suffer. Their relationship will suffer. So pay attention to it. What we are talking about and what we are dealing with is for the long haul. Okay, it's for the long haul. So it's very significant that we pay attention to these things very, very well. It's crucial to maintain integrity by taking care of the little things. It's very crucial. Don't underestimate anything. Don't overlook anything. It is the little things. The Proverbs tells us that the little foxes, little foxes has the potential to cause great damage or harm. So please watch it. Don't joke with the little things like white lies or blue lies, nothing like that. When it comes to you as an individual, make sure. It's crucial to maintain integrity by taking care of the little things. So many people misunderstand that. Many people do that. They think they can do whatever they want when it comes to the small things, because they believe that as long as they don't have any major lapses, they are doing well. But the small things can compound and destroy your life. Okay? But ethical principles are not flexible. Let me pause here and then just emphasize that ethical principles are not flexible. You are either ethical or you are not. Whether in business or home or at work, on the street, wherever you are, you have to be ethical. Okay, so sometimes, I think John Maxwell wrote a book on, is there such a thing as business ethics? Excuse me, where someone can live a different life when it comes to business, and then live another life, quite a different life when it comes to life itself, or home, or with friends, or school. And I think in that book, he makes it clear that ethics is ethics. Either you are ethical or you are not, whether in business, at home, in marriage, at school, wherever. Okay, so please take note of that, and your life will never be the same. Okay, so but ethical principles are not flexible. Can you say that to yourself? Ethical principles are not flexible. Can you tell your friends if you are watching with somebody, or tell yourself, please note that ethical principles are not flexible. You can't twist them and then use them when you want it and put them aside when you don't want it. So a little white lie is still a lie. That's an example. Theft is still theft, whether it is $1 or whether it is 50 cents or $1 or $100 or $1,000 or 1 million. It is still theft. So integrity commits itself to character over personal gain, all right, to people over things, to service over power, to principles over convenience, to the long view over the immediate. I want you to pay attention very carefully, okay? Integrity commits. So integrity makes commitments, okay, commits itself to character over personal gain, to people over things. When it comes to people, when it comes to integrity, integrity values people more than things. Integrity values character more than personal gain. It values service more than power, principles more than convenience, and then the long haul view over the immediate. So character, integrity looks at the long haul. I know growing up, my mom will tell me something, and that, I lived with that forever. It says, when you come into contact with people, always remember that it is not just trying to take advantage of people in that immediate context that makes you somebody, okay? But it is you making sure that you build your life gradual, give yourself a solid foundation so nothing can shake you. So it's very important for us to take note of that. I like this illustration and this example that John Maxwell gives in his book. Let's think about it. 19th century clergyman Philip Brooks. Now, Philip Brooks maintains this, and I quote, "Character is made in the small moments of our lives," unquote. Character is made in the small moments of our lives. Are you looking at it carefully? Are you paying attention? Okay, maybe you may be wondering, what we are looking at is how can I build trust with others? How can we build it? And what the first thing we are looking at is that we can build trust through ensuring that we are individuals or people of integrity. Okay, and integrity is about the small things, the little things, not the big things. So pay attention to the little things and don't tell yourself, oh, for this, it is just a book, or this is just a $1, or this is just 50 cents. No, it doesn't matter. You don't have to wait until you commit a big blunder to ensure that you are becoming a person who doesn't have integrity. So look at it very carefully. It's very important. All right, so Philip Brooks says, character is made in the small moments of our lives. So anytime you break a moral principle, you create a small crack in the foundation of your integrity. Anytime you break a moral principle, you create a small crack in the foundation of your integrity. And when time gets tough, it becomes harder to act with integrity. You see, so when you allow cracks in your life, when times becomes harder, it shows, it reveals you. Let's move on. Not easier character, no. Okay, so it's very important you act with integrity. Not easier, very important. So character, okay, isn't created in a crisis. It only comes to light. Character is not created in crisis. It only comes to light. Somebody says, character is revealed in terms of crisis. Who you are is revealed. Okay, so everything you have done in the past and the things you have neglected to do come to a head when you are under pressure. Okay, so what we have done is just look at the fact that integrity is about the small things. So pay attention. My name once again is Pastor De-Graft. This is Arise 777, and what we are looking at is how to build trust with people. And the first thing we need to look at, we have looked at, is integrity. And what we have said is that seriously, if you want to build integrity, integrity is about the small things. So pay attention to the small things. I believe in you. God believes in you. You can arise to your maximum potential if you pay attention to your relationships. A key component is trust, and at the foundation of trust is integrity. So thank you so much. God richly bless you for connecting with us. I hope that we've added value to you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is your first time, or share it and spread the news abroad, because we want people to come and grow and be more than what God has made them to be. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye bye.